But just who was Robin Hood? Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in Nottingham. Going to take a walk around the Nottingham Canal and up towards the castle, and let's see what we can discover. The whole of Nottingham's in lockdown at the moment. It's the middle of November, and of course the whole country is in lockdown. I got off the coach about 20 minutes ago, and I've had a nice little walk around the Nottingham and Beeston Canal, looking at the closed museum. I actually drive the coach for a living, so today is my route up to Nottingham and back. So I've got about 2 hours before I have to drive the coach back. So perfect time to explore the town or the city of Nottingham and take a walk up here to the castle. It's always interesting walking up the outside of a castle, even if it's closed, because there's always so much to see architecturally, and to look at some of the battle scars that that many castles have on the outside of their walls. The first castle was built here in Nottingham in 1068, just 2 years after the Battle of Hastings. The natural rock on which the castle was built offered additional protection to the first wooden castle that was constructed here. It wasn't until the reign of Henry II in the late 12th century that a stone castle was constructed. Over the years the castle has had several connections to royalty. The forces of King Richard I besieged the castle in March 1194 in order to put down a rebellion by his brother Prince John. Edward III used the castle as his royal residence from 1327 to 1377. But it was here in August 1642 that King Charles I raised his standard, rallying his men to his cause, an event which was to start the English Civil War. By 1600, the castle was no longer a royal residence, and by 1642, the castle was in a ruinous condition and was pulled down in 1651. After the restoration of Charles II in 1660, Henry Cavendish, 2nd Duke of Newcastle, built a mansion on the site between 1674 and 1679 on the foundations of the old castle. This mansion was burnt down in 1831 and rebuilt in 1875, opening up as a museum. There are many famous people who can call Nottingham their home, but one person is probably more famous than all the others put together, and his name was Robin Hood. But just who was Robin Hood? During the years 1260 to 1300, there were 8 references in old court rolls to men whose name resembled that of Robin Hood. Over the centuries, other similar sounding names have come up numerous times, relating to outlaws and criminals, and the story has evolved ever since. However, it was during the reign of Richard I that the story of Robin Hood is most associated. Robin Hood was not a single person, but a series of people whose combined antics have now been associated with a single man, the person we recognise today as Robin Hood. Over the years there have been many actors who have played the part of Robin Hood on television and in films, from Kevin Costner to Richard Green in the 1960s, Sean Connery and Douglas Fairbanks back in 1922. Out of all of them, one name stands out for me above all others, and it probably does for you as well, and that's Errol Flynn, that fantastic 1939 film in glorious Technicolor, the swashbuckling hero outwitting the Sheriff of Nottingham and his sidekick Sir Guy of Gisborne. At the end he goes off with Maid Marian under King Richard's blessing, and I'm sure they lived happily ever after. As I walk away from the castle and the story of Robin Hood, let's see what else we can find in Nottingham. Walking around the town for a little while now, and I've just come into the cemetery here at St Mary's Church. This is quite an old church. It was actually mentioned in the Doomsday survey of 1087, but there's a lot of evidence which suggests that there's an earlier church on this site. People have been buried in this churchyard for over 1,000 years, but there was a particular burial here back in 1785. That was a man called Thomas Beardmore, and he was King George III's dentist. I don't know about you, but I'm not a great fan of going to the dentist, and I can imagine just how painful it might have been 250 years ago. Doesn't bear thinking about for me. I've had an enjoyable time just walking around the town of Nottingham. Castle was very interesting, and I look forward to coming here again without a coach this time, and having a good look round. There's lots of tourist attractions here. They're all closed at the moment because of lockdown. Such a shame, but onwards and upwards for next year. I just hope that next year is better for everybody, or this year if you're watching it this year, or was last year better than this year if you're watching it in 2 years' time. Anyway, today's the 16th of November 2020, and I'm really hoping that 2021 will be a better year for me and for everybody around the world. This coronavirus is just destroying lives, destroying businesses, destroying economies. It's destroying everything, and it's such a shame that that this has happened. I'm looking forward to my next visit to Nottingham. I'll try and come here for a few days holiday. There's plenty of sights to see, and I hope they'll be open, and I can take a good look around. If you've enjoyed this little video, leave a comment in the comment section below, hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe. There's plenty more adventures to come, and plenty more places to see on my travels. Thanks for watching.